Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV, proudly back for the season by Ladbrokes. I am here with your starting 11 prediction show. Chris has got a well-deserved day off. If you want to wish Chris happiness and relaxation, do so in the comments below. He's probably watching this because this is his life and he's got nothing else to do. That or he's just doing things that men do when they're on their own to occupy themselves, playing on the Xbox. Anyway, this is how Liverpool, I think, are going to be lining up against Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. Yeah, Liverpool back there once again. Yes, it was terrible in midweek. The Reds go again, and they're going to go again with this team. In goal, Simon Mignolet, going to be restored for better or for worse. I think we did a good chat on Danny Ward on the Final Word show. I really like him. I think he's got a really bright future, and I really hope we can find a way to get him into Liverpool's team eventually. And the fans so behind him as well. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. He had a song, his name sung within 5 minutes of the match, just kicking off. Like, Simon Mignolet does not have a song. Not from us. Not from us, and no others carry. So yeah, very interesting. Anyway, I'm going to go left back because I put it out and then I've retracted it, and the left back's the one I've got next to my hand. Alberto Moreno, I think, is going to come back into the side. I think Andrew Robertson has every a stake to claim for a place as well as a player could, to be perfectly honest. That being said, having played the last 2 games, Alberto Moreno's done, in my opinion, very little wrong. In fact, he's done far more good than he's done wrong. I think he's had an excellent start to the season. I would expect him to come back in for this game. If injury allowing, so at the training in midweek, Liverpool centre-backs missed training. That is a little bit worrisome. If they're both fit, then it will be Joel Matip and Dejan Lovren partnered in the centre of defence. Whether you like it or loathe it, it is what it is. And with Joe Gomez suspended for the game in Russia, I would expect Joe Gomez to start at right back in this game as well, keeping Trent fresh, safe and available. So moving on to the midfield. Jordan Henderson, don't be surprised if Jordan Henderson starts this game, but with Emre Can had a little bit of a rest and I think a few more options available to us, I think Emre will anchor the midfield for this one. If he's fit and available, he did look like he picked up a rather hefty knock with the goalkeeper in the week. I would see Gini Wijnaldum come into the midfield, and again, having had a little bit of time, James Milner as well. I think when he's been given the opportunity to play midfield this season, I think has been really, really good. Then the attack, the stuff that anyone really cares about, let's be honest. Mo Salah, again, we should be crossing all of our fingers and toes that this lad stays as fit as possible. Sadio Mane back, obviously, next game. But, yeah, that makes a massive difference to us. Roberto Firmino, I think, will be restored to the starting lineup in the number 9 position, where he should be. And Phil Coutinho will start this from the left. Now, I think there's a strong case to be made for a couple of different changes in here. If you think there's something that should be done slightly differently, please do let me know in the comments below, and we'll talk through a couple of the alternatives to all this. But I guess, I mean, to be honest, Chris might do this differently, but I don't care. I'm not Chris, and I never will be, for better or worse. So let's get on to the first goal scorer. Obviously, we decide who we think is going to be first goal scorer from there. We'll put the odds up, and if you want to bet on that, you can do by all means by using links in the video info underneath, bearing in mind, of course, that prices on things fluctuate between now and kick-off. This is a Thursday. The game's on a Saturday. You understand these things. You're all grown-ups, right? That was simple. Great. Okay, so there's a couple I want to discuss. And I think we might as well just, let's not go wild. Let's try and keep this safe and steady, and let's just go along the front line. So Roberto Firmino, I think he's due a goal. I think he's got one in him. Wouldn't be surprised to see that, and neither would the bookies as well. He's currently at 9-2 for first goal scorer. Mo Salah, a little bit further out, but again, he's been an absolute goal machine since he started for us. He's been absolutely fantastic, and I would expect that form to continue, if I'm honest. 5-1 for him. But the one that I'm going to go with is little Phil Coutinho. Now, we did a show that's going to be out on the YouTube channel soon, and it was on the Reds News Roundup show, which is the full show's available on the website, which you should go and check out. We talked about Phil Coutinho and how he goes about winning the fan base over, and I said, ultimately, I don't think he's going to struggle to ever be a Liverpool legend off the back of his behaviour, but the way that he's got a kick on his career and ultimately save his career potentially to some extent is to get back into the habit of scoring and assisting. So with that in mind, 15-2, Phil Coutinho for the first goal scorer is going to be my pick for this. I think he's due a really big performance for us. I think we've probably got the fitness thing right. I think if he needed more fitness, if he needed more game time, he'd have played more than 45 minutes in midweek. It looks very much to me like they've just polished him off, got him ready to go, and hopefully he should be full fit and firing. And if he can improve on the performance of the midweek, which he should be able to do with slightly better players around him, he could have a major impact on this game for me. So, Si, have we had some suggestions for things that people would do differently?
Dennis Doolov says we should put Wijnaldum and Chamberlain in the middle.
As in, what do you mean? As in,
I think
there?
instead of Milner.
Instead of Milner. You know what? Let's have a little chat about Oxlade-Chamberlain. So here's what I kind of had as the substitutes bench. So I'm going to slide these all up into shot. And again, a lot of this will be fitness dependent. We'll know a little bit more tomorrow, obviously, about all these things. But there you go. So I'm saying like he's so Oxlade-Chamberlain's interesting. Look, he was poor. He was really poor in midweek. I think first half he was actually quite good. He did the wing role pretty nicely, getting in behind, offering, creating space and offering that ball out wide as well, as you meant to do in that position. He just looked knackered, absolutely knackered in the game. I could see if one of these lads is injured, I could maybe see a case for Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in for one of the other. Who's that? Oh, it's Mo! No, Mo! Oh dear God. Oh dear God, let's hope that's not an omen. Yeah, so again, I understand the shout for Oxlade-Chamberlain, but I'm not 100% convinced. Anyone others? Any others?
Mike Tyson said, I'm currently watching Klopp's press conference live, wrong time for a live video.
No. Yeah, I know. And literally I was thinking, when is the press conference? I've literally just gone and done the under-23s press conference at the academy, and I was like, Klopp's press conference was at 1, wasn't it? Yeah, so if Klopp says anything about the injuries while we're live, let us know in the comments and we'll try our best to modify what we've done. A couple of other, I'd say, interesting potentials. It will depend again on injuries of Lovren. You could see Clavan come in. I wouldn't be opposed to us picking a back four for a few games and just saying, that's the back four, that's the team, go and get on with it. Adam
McKevitt said, would you go to 4-2-3-1 to make us more solid?
So you'll be able to see the Uncensored Match build-up show. Chris made a very, very good point about the 4-2-3-1. Maybe, and I agree that maybe it's not. Maybe it's more a 4-2-1-3, and that would probably look something a little bit like shit. Would look a little bit like this. Oh my God, Jimmy, hold him. Well done. It wouldn't be that compact. That's just he's just holding on to Emery Chan at the moment. Now, if we were to do something like that, weirdly, even though it's the same personnel, oh my God, what is wrong with Emery? Yes, I would, in that instance, I would maybe reconsider the Oxlade-Chamberlain thing. I might even consider Roberto Firmino coming into there and Daniel Sturridge starting in that game, just to give us a little bit, you got more solidity, but a bit more link between, because I think that when you've got the two guys there, I think you've got a natural link, because you're two guys doing the job effectively. If you take one guy out of that position, you need to have someone who's more naturally affiliated with getting in and around the 18-yard box, and Roberto Firmino could do that. But the Daniel Sturridge thing, oh my God, just doesn't want to happen. Is this the game for Daniel Sturridge for you? Let me know in the comments if you would be so kind. But yeah, 4-2-3-1. Again, if you were to see 4-2-3-1, how would you like to see it done? Emre's just chilling with Lazar Markovic down there. That's his prerogative. Any more shouts, Si? Absolutely not.
People are saying that Lovren hasn't been training, so he's a doubt.
Yeah, and I said at the top of the show, I think both Matip and Lovren actually didn't train in midweek as well, which makes a case that you'd have to play Lovren and Gomez and Clavan at centre half. Trent would therefore have to start at right back, and you'd probably see maybe a John Flanagan come onto the bench, but I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna wrap that up there. If you do see more news, forgive us. The timing of this wasn't ideal. But yeah, if you see any news from Jurgen Klopp with regard to it, just let people know in the comments below. We'll obviously do a little bit more discussion about this in the comments, and we'll do, Chris will be back with a live team news when the team news actually comes out. That'll be an hour before kickoff on Saturday. The lads are going to be here in the studio reacting stuff. So again, if you want to get involved, make sure you subscribe to the Redmen TV YouTube channel. If you want to know when we're going live, you want the videos first, click the notification, become part of the notification crew. We need a better name for that. If you can let us know a better name for the people who are the best fans of us on YouTube, let us know. it's got to involve notification in some way, shape or form. Give us a hashtag, comments below. Anyway, like the video. As I say, subscribe to the channel and your starting 11s in the comments below. And we'll be back with the Uncensored Match Build-Up Show. More from Liverpool under-23s and a whole host of amazing content on the redmentv.com. Cheers.